Number one, find a mentor that is doing what you would like to do. Not find a mentor that you want to copy just because it looks cool or they have a lot of toys and money and things. Find a mentor because someone out there is doing what you want to do. If you want to have 100 people a week, all cash, box on the wall, you want to do 2,000 a week, whatever. If it's truly your goal and it was meant to be, you will find someone doing that very similar thing, because out of 60, 70,000 chiropractors, someone is mimicking what you want to do in some way, shape, or form. You might need to have a couple different mentors. Find a mentor. What I've studied, and I have multiple mentors, they all want to help each other, and they all want to, help pick somebody up and improve. So number one, find a mentor. Number two, hard work. You have to put on your work boots every day. You can't just wish and hope. And one of the biggest criticisms of The Secret that's been out, the book and the movie, is it doesn't talk about action steps. You have to take massive action and you have to work hard. This profession, if you aren't gifted as a communicator and as the art and the technique, well, fine, just work extra hard. And if you're gifted, don't just be lazy and try to get by. You have to work hard. And the success principles that I've studied from all of the greats in all different professions and businesses is they work hard. They like to play hard and go on vacations and have 16 homes and do all these cars and all the toys, but they work hard. And so have a mentor, work hard, read books. One of my favorites is Think and Grow Rich. I mean, there's been more people that have read that book and made, the lives of their dreams. And one of my mentors, Dr. Bill Harris, he made me read that. And your significant other or partner, read that together at night and share that and have common goals. Have individual goals maybe that no one else knows about. But whoever you're teaming up with, have a mastermind with your significant other and read that book. The principles there are just like the principle of chiropractic. Faith and desire and mastermind and auto-suggestion and specialized knowledge and the mind and the subconscious, and those are just timeless success principles. So have a mentor and work hard and read the books. I'm a big fan of having consistencies in your life. Discipline is huge in success. You got to have rituals, and Dr. Reekman has taught me that too, is have rituals. One of my rituals is to journal. I have a journal for all of my kids every day of their life since they were born. So my oldest daughter, it'll be 8 in July. I've written whether it's a sentence or a paragraph every day of her life. So I don't know how many thousand entries I have. And so once she can read cursive, she's going to want to have that. And I said she could read whatever I've written, but I'm consistently writing journals. So I have a journal for my kids, a success journal, the successes, so I focus on what I want, the law of attraction. I write down every day what was great about the day, what was fun, my wow for the day, how I exchange my time on the planet for this day. So if I think about that, I have to journal every night, and I have to journal every day, because that's what I committed to do. And so I better do something great today. And if I just want to lay on the couch and scratch one day, that's fair too, but I'll journal it. Oh, I kind of wasted this day. Better not do that tomorrow. So journaling has done a lot for me. I have 6 journals I write, and it takes a while, and it's discipline. 6 journals, it doesn't take 3 minutes to do. It takes 5, 10, 15, 20, depending on what I did for the day. But it's rewarding, and I can look back, and I never have bad days, because I can always look back in my kids' journals or my success journal, and I go, wow, I did a lot of fun things, and I made myself happy, and I changed some lives, and I made a difference this day and that day, and contributed to the world, and made it just a little bit better. And so that's what I personally do, is to make consistencies in your life, and that's one of my consistencies. One of my self-disciplines, when my kids were born, I decided not to drink anymore, and I thought it was easier not to drink than to drink, and so I didn't think I had a drinking problem, and I don't, but I just said, wow, I'm going to have as much clear-headed thinking as I possibly can so I can stay motivated and passionate. And I'm going to not be perfectionistic, but put more good things in than bad things into my body, so I can wake up in the middle of the night or in the morning if my kids are tired or they aren't feeling good or they want to just wake me up at 5 in the morning. Then I'm clear thinking, and I can write, and I can achieve. And that's just been a really consistent thing in my life, is to take that out of the equation and never have to worry about drinking and driving and hurting any other. So those are just a couple little things that I do. I exercise every day of my life. So whether it's 3 minutes or 5 minutes, my goal is a half hour, 45 minutes. But if I I'm traveling, or I'm on vacation, or I'm up till 3 in the morning talking chiropractic, well, at least I'll exercise 5 minutes a day and do some yoga type stretches and exercise, so at least I can have some consistencies in my life. And so that's what's just kept me passionate and ongoing, and some success principles that I've studied, and being committed, and to just take massive action and to be consistent with those actions, and learn from your mistakes. And you can do that all in journaling and summing it up, and then just looking back on what you've learned and what you didn't learn. Well, I think chiropractors, and this goes to non-chiropractors, I think we need to do a lot of self-reflection and really spend some time. And sometimes it's easier in nature, unless you have a den or a quiet place or turn on some music inside. But sometimes if you're just out in nature, you're out with the universe and the forces, and it seems like things you can reflect a little bit better and get rid of some interferences from the electromagnetic frequencies and all the other chemicals and all the stuff in our houses. So if you get in nature and just reflect on the real you, I think people are missing their authenticity. And we've talked about it being a purple cow, meaning if you see cows along the highway that are brown and black, and if you see a purple cow, you're going to tell everyone about it, and it's going to be special, and it's going to be different. And I think we are all purple cows if we express our true inborn potential. And I don't think many people express that anymore, because when you see people at funerals, there's only 3 or 4 crying, and everyone's sad, but they're afraid to express themselves. You go to a sporting event and you see some people standing up and cheering and excited and clapping, but not everybody, and they don't want to look bad, or they want to look cool, and they want to be themselves. And I just think we need to let it all hang out and live with our emotions on our sleeves, and be the real you. If you're quiet and shy and that's who you are, and you don't have to be rah-rah, life of the party, but you have to be the real you to enjoy all of life. And that's what I love about chiropractic, is it allows you to express your full potential. Whatever that is, whether it's a professional athlete, or you're going to be a speaker or a teacher or a kindergarten teacher or whatever. And I think chiropractors aren't expressing who they are as much. How do I know that? When I go into offices, I see flea market stuff. They go in there and they just have random stuff all over their office. They went to this seminar, they bought this poster, they went here, they mimic that, instead of just like, what do I want this office, what does this office mean to me? How do I want people to perceive this office? This is their healing center. This is their subluxation correction center. And what does it say? If you have spines all over the place, well, maybe you're a bone doctor, you're an orthopedist, you're a mechanic. Or, is it a healing environment, and is it a family practice? You get a place for kids and not sharp corners, and it's open and comforting, and the music, and uses all senses. So I think we need to really remove the interference from our life to allow ourselves to express from above down, inside out, which chiropractors talk about. And because I don't see a lot of people being real and a lot of people being genuine, because they were worried about how people will judge them and perceive them. So that's the number one thing I think the profession could do, is just really take some time in nature and figure out who you really are. Figure out what you want. Design your life around you, because judge yourself, run your own race, and just be yourself. And that's, the definition of success gets to be materialistic by a lot of people, but the progressive realization of worthy goal is more of a success definition that I like. Figure out what you want to achieve. Run your own race. Be you. There's only one you on the planet. Be as close to 100% of you as possible, and that's easier to do with chiropractic. But I think we're missing that, because we love to copy the gurus. And I have a lot of people on my intellectual board of trustees, and some people with the same barber. However, I don't try to copy them. I try to take certain aspects and what I can learn from them and different success principles. And that's a huge thing missing in our society, is the expression of emotion, the expression of full potential of who people really are. We see a lot of Johnny Joiners and Mary wannabes, that we want to see a lot of individuality expressing themselves